Kevin Slavin. We're in my home turf of New York City. I have a company called Area Code, a game development company. I also have a company with Ben called AFK, which is a platform for interacting with physical space. Well, I think one of the main things that we were talking about at the table that was most useful to me is thinking that maybe there's like a challenge to ourselves in thinking about augmented cities of not producing any more data, that there's plenty, and that in fact maybe what augmentation looks like is actually reducing. It's actually knowing a little bit more about a lot less, and that in fact it's not about adding things to the world, it's actually about finding ways to take them away. And I think that that's kind of a different idea about what augmentation means, and sort of a useful framework for it. Maybe one way to think about it is that part of the problem is that we're drowning in everybody's tweets, etc. And what we're really looking for, as surely as we look for structures to filter out all the information in our lives online, we need structures to filter out information for us in the world. The parts of virtual worlds that are interesting are really, I mean, there's a meaningful distinction to make between MMOs and virtual worlds, and the distinction is that MMOs, there's something that you do. This is something that Nick Fortuno articulated most concretely, but it's sort of in general, when you're playing World of Warcraft, you're on a quest to do something, or you're on your way to a quest, and what that does is that produces a kind of social structure that is not produced if everybody can do whatever they want. And I think that one of the questions is, like, what do those structures look like within cities? And in many ways we already have them. A dog run is a type of quest. You know, the rollerbladers in Central Park is a kind of quest. It's people who are looking to do the same thing at the same time with each other, allows for a whole set of interactions that may have nothing to do with that. So I think the question is, like, how can we kind of amplify those possibilities? I don't know. I mean, I guess one of the most interesting things that's happening from my perspective in Tehran right now is the local scatter nets that they're doing with Bluetooth, which are, you know, every centralized network, whether it's a cell phone network or the news or whatever, is always in somebody's control. In the end, Nokia and Siemens and whoever it is rules that infrastructure in some way. One of the ways that a lot of images and videos are getting passed around in Tehran is just Bluetooth to Bluetooth, and it's somebody will just have something they want to share, and when other people are within proximity, they pick it up. It's relatively anonymous as these things go. So the way that the Iranian government has responded to that is to make discoverable Bluetooth illegal, which is a very interesting problem. But I would say that if I had a magic wand, it would be a type of discoverable Bluetooth, but only discoverable to the people that you would want to discover it. But then that's a whole problem. There's really no getting around the problems implicit in trying to make information super public, but also anonymous at the same time.